All right. So, hey guys
and girls.
Are you guys feeling cold? Not me.
Immediately so shit.
Yeah, that was fucked.
You said you were gonna do an intro.
No, you should have been like
baseball.
You should have been like, hold on, let me like adjust.
This was my segue into Wes doing the actual intro.
This is our cold open.
Oh man, that's a rough start.
Hey, you know, man, like just like damn old diesel truck.
Plug damn diesel truck. Two banging intros back to back.
Dude, I don't have an Ushanka.
Yeah, this is the Ushanka episode, and Cameron wasn't invited.
I do have an Ushanka, but A, it's in a box in a closet nowhere near me. B, it is plastered with Soviet memorabilia, so I can't wear it.
Why not?
Coward.
Hold on. No, literally, hold on. Y'all feel.
I'm literally holding.
He's gonna go grab his hammer and sickle.
30 seconds into the episode, we're filming.
He's already leaving.
It has been not a minute. And we're filming.
Have you met my friend Phil?
Pokemon.
He'll be joining us.
This
today.
is a callback episode to talking about Pokemon.
Everyone loves it when we talk about Pokemon.
Okay, but actually. So that brought me onto the Pokemon, which is her real name, but
It's so rambunctious.
The Calm Manifesto? What's the Calm Communications?
He is a master of communications, I've heard.
Yeah. Let's begin. This is our audiobook episode, filled with me eating Starburst while I read. Earlier epochs, which would have seemed an absurdity, the epidemic of overproduction, society suddenly finds itself put back into a state of momentary barbarism. As it appears as if a famine, a universal war of devastation, had cut off the supply of every means of substance. Industry and commerce seem to be destroyed. And why? Because there is too much civilization. It's true. Listen, regardless of what you fucking believe, literature and reading about what other people thought they had a good enough idea to write down is a good idea.
And that's why we started a podcast.
Right.
To talk about the Communist Manifesto.
Right. So to talk about something that no one will care about, that people will have to read because it's literature.
Killer beard game.
You right.
Can't lie.
Like,
that's true.
Like, I don't know how you look homeless and philosophical at the same time.
Bro.
Philosophical? I can't even begin to repeat what you just said to me.
That's because your brain fucking works right and mine doesn't. Right. Who wants to get us started this week?
I would. So I wanted to talk about this because it's fresh in my mind because I just finished editing and publishing episode 6.
He actually did it this time though, rather than lying about it.
Yeah. Glenn, you ruined my bit because you're a monster.
Well,
listeners of the previous episode will have noted that Wes and I had some weird conversation about flags, in that it was like, whoa, flags are kind of cool out of nowhere. And then I was trying to goad Glenn into having some kind of competition about flags, which he was entirely uninterested in doing. At every stage of the plan, he was like, "No, I don't care. No, I don't know. Yeah, you probably know flags. I don't know. I don't care." Not a bone thrown. The point of this was that I do know the flags. In fact, I had taken the time to memorize all of the flags of every country in the world, and I was going to school him. But he didn't do it because he ruined my bit. I did it for y'all, and he took it away.
It's very coincidental timing because I'm in my growth arc where I try to just be a better person. And in that, I'm trying to work on my pride. And I was just like, I'm not going to get my little baby pride wrapped into this.
Wow.
He probably knows all
like
the flags.
An asshole now.
Yeah. Don't you feel like you're trying to drag me back down to where the sinners live?
Stay
the
at
sinners.
our level. Don't leave us.
Well, it's actually funny that you say that you're trying to become work on shit like that, because I have
The Communist Manifesto.
So right. I'm trying to become a better person of the people. Vote for me in the next election. Anyway, no, but I've got my dad. I talked to him and I was like, hey, you actually read and it seems to have helped you quite a lot. What do you recommend? So he literally was just like, okay, the books are on their way. And he sent me The Power of Positive Thinking, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, which I remember being a lot thinner than that. I don't know about y'all.
Well, if you like squeeze it, it'll be thinner.
Oh,
That's one of those, like, you just read the chapter headers and you're probably good.
Yeah. Be like, be positive.
Dude, this book
Don't be hating.
is really fucking interesting though. Like,
yeah,
like the first bit, because who the fuck reads the foreword? Nobody, right? Like the foreword, least read thing ever. I always skip it. Okay, well, J.R.R. Tolkien, number one fan, reads the foreword. Anyway, but
read the appendices as well.
bro,
I got that removed.
Bro,
my appendix.
Your appendix?
My
Wait,
appendix.
Did you have like appendicitis or did you?
Oh no, I was just completely
raw dogging it.
This is the internet.
Yeah, this is the first. I actually thought I was like, am I gonna learn something about you? Is there gonna be like?
Do you want to learn something about me?
Yeah. What do you know?
I had to think about it.
Name one thing you know.
I mean, I'm not the one with the burden of asking the question.
Oh,
you have the burden of answering it.
Yes.
How am I to know what you don't know?
Well,
or that you do know.
Cameron,
if I know what you know, then
you wanted to know something. Therefore, there's clearly some type of curiosity or question.
Yeah. So tell me something I don't know about you.
That's not a fucking question about me. You have to ask.
What is something I don't know about you? That's a question.
Or a Jeopardy answer.
What a fucking shit category.
I don't know. I do feel like I know everything about you. That's what's tough about it. Oh, see, now if you're gonna say that means you know.
Yeah, but I don't know. Because I feel like Glenn and I converse more than you and I converse.
Yeah, I would say that's true.
Yeah,
so there's room for knowledge.
There is.
Maybe one day.
Yeah, maybe one day.
This seems like a great time to segue into Cameron talking about the Duolingo human.
Dude.
Thing.
Okay, I don't know her name.
I'm looking up a reference.
Yeah.
Sure. So you're talking about the owl, yes?
No.
What?
No,
the owl.
I'm not talking about the owl. I'm not talking about the owl. The owl's
Can we talk about the owl?
The owl's cute. Okay, here's the thing. I've been doing Duolingo to learn French for fun. Je m'appelle Cameron, whatever, right? So shut up, Glenn. Put my fingers in your mouth.
Yeah.
So I got distracted by thinking about doing that. I was like getting excited. I'm gonna hit you with
frustrated.
to the dogs.
I'd be like,
check the cabinet. Check the cabinet, and I want to make sure
also,
this is what you're talking about.
That is not who I'm talking about.
Oh,
so this character is to the Duolingo heads out there. I am not talking about Lily, the purple-haired girl. I'm talking about the girl that's wearing like a brown trench coat. Because Duolingo has different characters. There's a girl that's wearing a brown trench coat. She's got this little bulbous hair. She is so fine, bro. On the real. I don't remember her name. Because like they say their names in like every now and then for like certain exercises.
The one with like the shaved half of the head?
Yes. Bro, she's so fun.
She is in one half of one of these pictures. No one.
Yeah. What the fuck?
No, that's her.
Damn, purple hair
I'll put
lady,
up.
though.
That's her. I don't have to put it on, dude.
Purple
she's
hair
so
lady,
hot.
though.
And I'll tell you why. Whenever like each exercise, it'll have like a particular character who's like associated with that exercise. So like, there's a bear guy. There's like a little child. There's like a Swedish dude. And so everybody's fine. But then whenever she comes up, it's like, yeah, her accent is like perfect. And whenever you succeed or fail in a challenge, they react.
Do they call you a good boy?
Yeah, I'm her bien little garçon. And she, whenever you do well for her, she goes like, It is like the cutest little dance. I love it. She's fine.
I support your infatuation with this fictional character because it enables me to have more fixations on fictional characters. Wes, what are you doing?
So there's a bit of a problem.
Yeah, no shit. You're on the ground.
I don't know how the fuck this happened.
The chair has been possessed.
The microphone cord is wrapped around the chair in a way.
For our audio listeners out there, Wes is on the ground.
Yeah. In the last episode, he spent the whole time afraid of his wall. Now the chair has taken over.
So I wheeled back a little bit. Right? And I just damn near pulled my whole modem and router out of the wall. So I wanted to fit.
This is something that has been this has been consistent across every single one of your setups. Period. With one flick of one switch or one tug of a cord, your entire world will come crumbling down. The amount of times you disappeared from a PlayStation party because you towed your fucking power button is uncountable.
When I back in the fucking day, I was playing Call of Duty Black Ops 2 on the PlayStation 3, and I had tucked the surge protector power brick behind the television. And I was on my last bloodthirsty to get the DSR 50 gold or whatever. And my motherfucking cat at the time stepped on the power switch of the surge protector and turned everything off.
It's so funny. It's still funny.
For those who don't know, he's discussing a camo on a weapon in Call of Duty.
Bro, who doesn't know?
Yeah.
Bro, I'll tell you, my sister, who does watch our podcasts, she doesn't know.
Bro, can we get her in a lobby?
You stupid. Play Black Ops 2.
Dude, Megan, her boyfriend sent me a video of her playing Overwatch. I was like,
oh shit.
What? She slid jumped on Sojourn, and I was like,
damn, she already knows how to play someone.
It's crazy. She's already better than you.
Yeah, doesn't take much, to be honest.
Well, you said it, so.
Damn.
And we didn't disagree.
On the so with
Duolingo.
Perfect segue.
No, not Duolingo.
Perfect segue.
It's not actually a segue. We're same topic.
Okay.
This is a shout out to my boy Alex. We love it when your cat turns off your computer. We love it because we'll be playing D&D or we'll be playing like Dead by Daylight maybe or some game that we all play together, League even. And we'll all be chatting in the Discord and then he'll just go silent. And then like a couple minutes later, and he'll we'll see he's on his phone. He is typing. My cat. His cat actually turns off his computer so often, and it's not like the surge protector flip. It's like a button on the tower, and the cat will just sit there, go pop, 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 and turn it off. It is awesome.
Damn, that's fucking sick.
I don't know what it is, but Buster started to because my tower's under my desk. He started to sit on top of it, and he has his thumbs precariously close to my power button, and every time I notice his little head peering up at me from the depths, I'm like, get the fuck off that shit.
Do you think it's the warmth?
I do.
It's gotta be.
It's literally like blowing warm air out the top. And old boy, he fucked it up. So there's this little mat that covers the top.
I have one of those too.
Yeah.
I want to show you.
That's what he sits on. Yeah.
I also have something that covers the top of my computer. It's the certificate of authenticity of the A5 Wagyu beef that I ate at a restaurant.
Why is that?
What?
Why is that on your computer?
About this?
And who is that in the background? The other side. In the hoodie.
Don't worry about him at all. He's just hanging out. No, so I went to a fancy restaurant around here. I am friends with the bar manager / general manager type guy who runs the place.
The manager.
Because I used to work at a bar. I was a bartender, and whenever I was, he would come up every now and then. So I knew him, and so whenever I came up, he came out to like say hey, and we were chatting and stuff. And we went up there for my birthday, and so I was really gonna ball out. Found out that they had A5 Wagyu on the menu, and so I was like, bro, I gotta get the Wagyu because I've been trying to get it for like forever. And he was like, yeah, for sure we'll do that, but also every like bit of Wagyu beef that you get comes with its certificate. So this, I asked for it, and he gave me the certificate of the Wagyu that I ate. That's the nose print of the cow, which is crazy. It's also got the grade on it. It's an A5, of course, and on the marbling scale it's a 1 to 12. The one that I had was actually a 12. This one is a certificate for an 11. But super sick. Cool thing for me to own.
Yeah. For those who don't know, what does A5 mean?
The best.
Thank you.
I honestly could not tell you what the individual grades mean. I do, obviously the marbling grade is like the fat to meat ratio and all that, but that's intuitive. I have no idea what the A5 means.
It's good. That's sick though.
It's good. Dude, it was so good. It was like
It melts in your
butter
mouth.
in my mouth.
Like literally.
It does, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had Wagyu before too.
Dude. I could go back.
Yeah, it was for Nelson's birthday, and we went to this restaurant called Fleming's, and they were like, get whatever you want, it doesn't matter. And I was like, you said it. And I got a flight of steak. And
That's awesome.
dude, it was so fucking good.
You know, funny that you mentioned Fleming's because Cameron has a story to tell.
So I was in Memphis at the time. Glen used to live there once upon a yesteryear.
Mm-hmm.
And I was visiting him, staying at his place. And doesn't matter how I got him, doesn't matter what crimes I committed. I possessed
what dicks you
a couple
sucked.
I earned several gift cards to Fleming's, which totaled up to be about, 2, maybe 3/4 of 2 meals, something like that. So like it would pay for the majority of 2 people, right? And so while I was there, I was like, Glenn, we got to go to Fleming's and eat up real good because, I want to and that. And so
Yummy,
I called the
yummy.
place. I figured it made sense. I don't remember what day of the week it was. It was probably a weekend. So maybe it was like a Thursday or Friday night or something like that. So I called them to make a reservation because I figured it was like, obviously if they're booked, we can't do it. So I called them and they were like, oh yeah, reservation for 2 at our fancy restaurant. What's the occasion? And it's like, oh yes, obviously that this seems that way. And so I didn't think about it. I was just like, oh, anniversary. And so when they were like, yeah, sure, reservation down, you're great, show up whenever. Glenn and I show up. We got real dressed up for it. There's a photo of it. If I care to do it, I'll put it on screen. Otherwise, you can just imagine it's me and Glenn in suits. And so we get there, and when we get seated, the waitress comes up, and of course she's been informed that it is our anniversary. And she was so excited to be like waitressing a gay couple's anniversary. like weirdly excited.
She was more excited than we possibly could have been to be together on an anniversary.
Yeah.
Like,
but it was so great too, because we didn't realize they were going to make a fuss about it, but they made a fuss about it.
yeah.
And so like she started asking like, how long have y'all been together? What anniversary is it? All this shit. And so then Glenn and I, we both said 2 different answers at the same time.
I think I said 9 months.
Yeah.
Like, it was not like a big anniversary. It was like some random number of months.
yeah. I think I picked a year maybe. And which of course, because you and I like we played it off really well, like haha, of course we're joking. We both know how long it's been. But the whole night, I mean, like she was giving us the best service. She was showing up and just like she would always just be like, y'all are so cute. Just like saying stuff like that. It was the best I've actually ever been treated in my life.
I felt a little bit bad, but we got free truffles and then I stopped feeling bad.
So it was they gave us, I think we ordered did we order the dessert or did they give us a free dessert? I know we got free truffles.
I think we ordered the dessert and then shared it as like any like anniversary couple would.
We ordered the dessert. I believe, if I remember correctly, she wrote "Happy Anniversary" on it in like chocolate, like a white chocolate drizzle. Yeah, and then after the meal, of course, after Daddy paid for it, then she brought out the free truffles, and she was just like, a little something for the happy couple.
Oh my God.
It was actually such a wonderful time.
It was such a ballin' occasion, and I felt a little bit bad, but
No, what the fuck?
everyone was so hyped for us.
10 out of 10
And
will
then
lie about
we
that.
actually, every time she came back after that first time, we ended up like bickering about the amount of months it was.
It was awesome.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Look,
man.
why am I out of
I can't look,
focus?
it's blurry.
I want to do this with one of you, and I want to thruple.
We've
I
been
feel like-
fucking for 6
But
months.
I
You
want
gotta play that one well.
yes, I want like to like create a backstory like a fucking D&D character, and like we have to sell it so hard. Like I want to be those people who are like, it's my birthday month. Like I want the whole fucking restaurant to know. I want
my
3
birthday
bottles. I
year.
want free desserts. Like we have to go and make it seem like this is like the last supper of anniversaries. Like
yeah. Get kicked out for PDA and all that. Glenn, what was your pitch?
It's been 1 year since our first orgy.
Damn.
yeah, we met at the local pump and dump.
Oh my God. Speaking of orgies, hold on.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so
Take it away.
I recounted the story of us all winking our assholes at each other
Yes.
to one of my friends at work.
You know, it's crazy how
now-
much that comes up.
It does come up pretty often.
Glenn loves
Anyway,
talking about our assholes.
I do love talking about your assholes. Anyway, and so from now on, when I refer to one of you to her, I'm like, Cameron, one of the butthole boys.
That's awesome.
If we rock up to Austin and you're like, meet my friends from work,
These are
they're the butthole boys. We are gonna
We go in
scrap.
Bouldering, and we go in Bouldering, and they're gonna know you as the butthole boys.
Yeah,
Dude, that's
I'm gonna
so awesome.
I'm gonna climb up and be in like some compromising position with my ass hanging out, and I'm gonna be like, you guys can't see through my draws, but I am winking at you all.
That's so exciting to me. To be
What?
known, first of all,
As the
anything,
butthole boys.
but to be known as the butthole boys, that is so funny.
What can I
All right,
say?
so
It just
who-
comes
who
to
is
me.
this?
Huh?
Who is this?
The people I climb with.
Oh yeah, the climbers. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this is great because I do want to make a trip up there. I want to go climbing,
Yeah, baby.
and I'll do some winking while I'm there.
Oh,
Wes,
yeah.
this camera.
I'm trying so hard. I don't
It's
know
actually the fur.
Yeah, I think it's because it can't like the fur and the background are like the same color, so it can't figure out what's happening.
I can't figure out what's happening now.
You're talking through Skype right now. Holy shit.
For the for the audio listeners, Wes's camera does not want to focus.
Oh, that's way
Wow,
too
that's crazy that worked.
fine.
Hey,
Oh my God.
It's your
you look
boy,
like a Pixar character.
the butthole boys. I was just thinking DreamWorks animation, like the butthole boys and like the up art style.
Damn.
That's
That sounds terrible.
gross, probably.
Yeah, that's
I'm
fucking
sure, yeah.
disgusting.
Okay, hold on. I've got a thing here. This was sort of on the subject of.
Oh, by the way, guys, there's a Fleming's 15 minutes from my apartment. 8 minutes if we take the toll.
Let me tell you how we'll make this happen. I have been sent this thing. It is with. Have you ever heard of Frontier Airlines?
Yes.
No.
Okay, what do you know about Frontier Airlines, Glenn?
Cheap.
Speaking of cheap, for a measly $800, you get unlimited flying for a year.
Bro, what?
You get the pass, and then you can book an unlimited number of flights for as long as your pass is valid, which is valid for a year.
That's insane.
Yeah, so it's a sale that's going on until November. And I'm gonna like look into it because for $800, like if you fly 3-4 times,
That's
you make
totally
money.
worth it. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Do
was
it.
like this next year
Pussy.
because like I'm getting my PTO. My PTO is also getting upgraded. Dude, I'm gonna just be spending fucking weekends wherever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, Texas trip. Randomly, that's not like that's where anybody lives, but you know,
None of
little
us.
Texas trip, and maybe we do a couple real life podcasts.
Oh
But
shit.
you know, we'll worry about that another day.
Yeah.
For now,
We should definitely mix work and play.
For now, I want
Yeah.
to discuss why I keep looking down. This MF. Oh, there she goes.
I
You.
don't want to be on camera.
You, child, come here. Come here. I'm missing.
For
Bro.
the audio listeners,
I thought that was
It's a
Buster
cat.
for a second. I was like, where the fuck? How did he?
She has been jumping up against the back of my chair. She does this thing where, like, whenever you're kind of close to her, she'll like throw her like neck at you to rub on you, and
yeah.
so she'll like come up to my chair and go, and, like throw herself at me. So I'm getting like fucking beatings from behind it.
Pick her up, put her right here.
No,
Why not?
I've picked her up one time and she didn't like it.
We-
She didn't do anything about it, but she didn't like it.
We have got to stop doing visual bits. I every time I like watch the podcast or like edit a podcast or whatever, I'm always like thinking through the lens, through the ear of an audio listener.
You know,
So many things that we do are like, haha, he's making a funny face.
that's
Hey,
ve-
look at this thing I'm holding.
That's very true. Okay, so let me give it some explanation. So I was pointing my camera at a cat that was been wandering around. I don't own a cat. In fact, I'm allergic to cats. But a friend of mine
I
is
forgot about that.
yeah, a friend of mine is out of town, and I am watching her cat, so she's living with me, and it's great. Her and I vibe. We get along. We'll go over and bother each other when we want attention. Otherwise, we just like she'll sleep on my bed or something
Yeah.
and not bother me. But anyway, she's been. You can actually. For our video listeners, you can see her head right up there. Never mind. But yeah, it's been good. But she was just throwing herself at my chair for a little bit there.
Yeah, she's a cute cat.
Very
The little amount that, you know, like anytime we've been gaming over the last couple of days, she'll just be doing stuff.
Oh, it's
Playing with the
wonderful.
dishwasher.
Yeah, bro. She was like sniffing at my dishwasher. Wow. She makes me itch though. Like most of my other allergies have like died down a lot. But whenever earlier I pet her a bunch when I got home from work, and like my hands were red, so I just
Wow.
hopped in the shower. Thankfully they're better now. But dude, especially my middle finger was super red.
You're such an anomaly of a human. Like, I mean that with the most respect, because your brain is such a wonderful thing, and that your skin and body is the complete opposite.
Yeah, this guy does have a wonderful mind for sure.
It's quirky.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I just wanted to. The universe! It sings for me!
The universe. Oh my god, that's a Overwatch joke for those who are learned, and for those who are unlearned, learn. See,
Dude,
you
it's
and
like-
I.
Yeah, there's a thing at my office or at the end of our meeting in the morning. The CEO will go, and if you're not a leader, and then the whole office just goes, get promoted. And then we all file out, single file, and it's badass.
That sounds awful.
Oh, yeah.
That's like I can't hear you. Good morning, Mr. CEO. Like,
Dude,
Glenn, you would not survive a day.
interaction.
You would not survive a day.
Yeah, I just mean like, you know, you're playing a video game and a QuickTime event comes up. You're like, oh, this is awesome. Real life QuickTime event comes up. Some call and response. You're like, fuck. This,
Dude,
I can't believe
actually-
this has to happen to me.
you know, that's shamefully true because just today there were multiple points and multiple conversations where I was like, fuck, I actually have to respond to that. because I'll just be fucking working and concentrating, and like there's this person that works near me, and will remain nameless. She's not on my
Sure.
team or anything, but she works in the same lab as me. She'll never fucking watch this podcast, so I'm not worried about that. But anyway, and she'll like be talking, and it's one of those things where it's like she'll just talk at a wall, and I'm just like, pretend I'm a wall and stop talking to me. But like there would be a couple points where I'm asked a direct question. I'm like, yes. Oh, don't talk to me no more.
Cameron, do you talk to your coworkers?
He calls himself the great one to coworkers.
And I mean, like actually have like a human conversation, not just like bullshit about work.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Here's the thing. I would love to. I really would love to. I actually like. I like all of my coworkers. You know, at least like all like the local ones that are right around me are really really cool, right? So everybody's really cool. The thing is that the work that I do is it does not interface with anybody else. Like the only guy that I work with really is my boss, and then some of the business analysts, all of which that I work with do not work from our office. Like they work one's
Remotely
in
or-
Arizona, one's in India. Like they're everywhere but here. And so the only person I see in person is my supervisor, my boss. But everybody else that works at the company in IT with me, none of my projects have anything to do with them, and none of their projects have anything to do with me.
Sucks.
So, no, yeah, every now and then I get to have little like nothing kind of conversations, like
Small talk.
today. Yeah, so apparently last Friday night, some water pipe at the top of the building burst, and so half of the offices. Our building is shaped like it's two hallways that kind of go around a big island of walls, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, in those two hallways, right? It's a real long building, but not very wide. One of the hallways got flooding, right? It happened to be the side that I was on, but it was like 4 offices in a row got water damage. Then my boss's office was skipped and was completely dry. Then the next 2 were also got water damage, and then mine was skipped and was dry, and then the next couple had water damage. So weirdly, we just made it out, no water damage, which is awesome. But because of this, it's like everybody's standing around, and there's like hella fans and dehumidifiers going, and the cleaning crew is like trying to dry everybody's things and wash their windows and stuff. And so we're all just kind of sitting around going like, "This is crazy." Sure is. Did your office get wet? Yeah, a little bit. Yours? Nah. That's crazy. Sure is. See ya. Bye. And it's like I had that conversation like 4 times. You know what I mean?
Every single conversation like that I'm dragged into it shaves time away from my life.
See, I love those kinds of conversations. I just wish I had real ones also.
See, okay. So I got the opportunity to actually work with my boss, and like he basically like built what like the company like that I work in from the ground up over the course of years. And he is 27 years old, and he said that one of my problems with what I do is like I don't have enough fun. So what I'm gonna tell you this story, and then I want you to try to do this.
Okay.
So part of my business is I go door to door and I talk to people, and he was like, "Let me take this one," and then he knocked, and literally the dude like turned away to ask his wife a question, and my CEO was literally just like right to the dude's face, and then he turned around. And the guy who was like, yeah, so, and he kept going. And like, he was like, oh, let me just pull something up really quick and check something. And then he was like pulling out his phone, and he showed me a picture of this naked fat man. And he was like, yeah, that's about right. But like, so it's like this, I'm the customer.
Right.
The customer can't see, but I can. And
Yeah.
I was like, this man, like in his business account, like he showed us the account of how much money, like, our business has, and it's literally like a lot of fucking money, and he's literally doing shit like this. So just do shit like that to people in your office. Just start fucking with people, because what's the harm? They're just gonna think you're a little weird and eccentric, or they'll think it's really fucking funny.
Do not do that.
Well,
Yeah,
no, the
Counterpoint,
show people,
be a
look at
pussy.
this porn.
No, it wasn't porn.
Yeah. So there's one guy that I do kind of do stuff like that with. The biggest extent of what we do is every now and then, like actually every couple of months, one of us will pass the other's office in a strange way. And that is the one thing we do. Recently, he did this to me. Audio listeners, use your imagination.
Quote, Cameron, we have to stop doing visual bits.
Yeah, but shut up. So I'm in my office, right? And he goes by the door like this.
For our audio listeners, Cameron looked as if he was getting
And that
ready
is
to
the
be
extent.
in line in football, but he
That
was
is
like
the most comedy that exists.
sideways. He was crab walking
Yeah, a little
across the
crab walk.
doorway.
He does a little
There you
crab
go.
walk.
Audio
Yeah.
listeners, I got you. And when you're asked to vote for your favorite person on this podcast, you know who to vote for.
Don't vote for Glenn.
I'm winking at my audio listeners.
Not that type of winking,
He's-
sickos.
Butthole boys strike again. They take another victim.
No, our current list of victims is 0.
Well,
Because, never mind. That's something so foul is about to come out of my mouth. And I'd rather save the headache because it,
then this is a perfect time to segue into
yes.
my
Anything
friend
else?
Sheesh.
Sheesh?
Where is he?
Sheesh, you've heard of Sheesh, my friend?
No, I haven't.
We're pals. Oh, well,
Wait,
Now I
haven't
have.
seen him in a long time.
it's
Where
been a
is-
minute.
Where's Sheesh been?
Sheesh. He
Oh,
stopped
put him
by.
back. No, put him away.
No, so anyway, here's the thing. We did this a couple times. We've dropped some sheeshes. My dad has thought that the sheesh bit is very funny. I think it's
That is something he would.
it's one of those things in like he he was making fun of it until he started saying it like ironically, and that shifted into
Yeah.
him saying it unironically. So now, like any situation happens, and he'll immediately get all excited. And he'll look at me and he'll go, "Sheesh!" And
Funny.
so it's been progressing, and it leaked into our office building because every Wednesday the whole IT department has a meeting with there's like 47 people, everybody present. And in the middle of that meeting, he dropped a sheesh, bro. He was like, this project's going great. Sheesh. So anyway, and then
Dude.
kept talking about stuff. It was actually unbelievable. I just
So
couldn't believe I
funny.
heard that.
Well, because your dad, he's not like just some like grunt worker. He's like,
No,
El Big
He's up
Boss.
he's up there. He
Oh,
is
that's
really
so
up there.
funny.
And he dropped a sheesh,
dude, we love when he drops a sheesh.
and it gets worse.
Oh no.
There is, yeah, like the sound bite. Well, maybe I don't know how specific it is. There's a sound bite of like 4 different people just taking turns going sheesh, sheesh.
Yeah.
So a 10-hour version of that was like circulating around the office. So like you'd be sitting in your office and you would just hear your neighbor sheesh, like all day it was doing this.
So
And
funny.
yeah, it's actually absurd that has now taken over like my office.
That is the first joke that has ever been told in that office.
Dude, everybody loves it. Everybody thinks it's really funny.
God, your dad is a character. I think your dad actually might be the main character.
Dude, we're all NPCs in his life.
That's how he sees us. The the sociopath, if you will.
Yeah, that's true. That's right. Wes, you look like you had a comment about the sheesh event.
It's just,
Mhm.
that's the pinnacle of your office. Like, that's the pinnacle of comedy. Because I work with like people because I assume the people in your office are older than you. I'm just gonna,
but yes,
right. Okay.
yes.
And I just think it's so funny how much farther, like every time they just get further down the pipeline from when we discover something. Like that shit is literally like old. Sheesh
It
has
is
been
old.
like,
Hey, well, you just told us that your CEO's sense of humor is wiggling his tongue at someone, at
yeah,
a customer.
he's like the oldest one in the office. He's 27.
Yeah, see, I think there's maybe 3 people in this office that are in their 20s, and then like maybe 10 people in their 30s, and then everybody else is like 40, 50, 60.
I was just thinking about
30s.
Like everybody's like, that shit is
some.
stupid. And then, you know, it always turns into, it just devolves into everybody's like, sheesh. And everybody starts doing it. The pipeline is crazy. Beware.
Yeah, well, I think everybody in the office, they just listen to that video and they think the video is really funny. I have not heard anybody actually drop a sheesh except for my dad.
Which
he dropped
legendary, by the way. Yeah, in the fucking
I have to
boardroom.
admit, it's brave.
I mean, your dad
he got away with it.
Your dad is the big boss. What are they gonna do? Be like, yeah, I'm going to HR about a sheesh. Like,
Yeah.
no, they're not gonna tell him shit. They're gonna be like, that sheesh was crazy. You look drippy today, sir. Like,
You might be giving him too much credit,
Yeah.
but they would be like, that was
wow,
funny.
You're certainly dressed today, sir.
ludicrous swag, brother.
Again, too much credit. Even that.
No, I'm sure everybody in your office has good credit. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, well, no, and they all, I'm sure that they are all like, they have better relationships with each other than any of them do with me because I never chat with them. So I'm sure they all think that each other is funny.
You should start talking
It's
to them.
nice that they think that.
Find out the dirt on your coworkers.
I won't comment on that. We'll move on. I can't talk about. I've seen skeletons, bro.
Oh shit!
That's a joke. I've not seen skeletons.
Damn it!
Somebody else has a topic. Surely, I've got a billion that I could talk about, but I don't want to spend.
Okay, shut up. I want to talk about something I feel very passionately about.
He's very passionate about something.
The butthole boys.
You read my mind. People that think God of War Ragnarok should win Game of the Year over Elden Ring are stupid. And let me tell you why. I'm going to preface this by saying I love God of War. I haven't played the original games because I'm a piece of shit. But I've played the 2018 game at length, and it's fucking awesome. And I love the new one. I've played like 10 hours of the new one. It's great. Elden Ring did so much more than God of War did, full stop. You have so much more of everything in Elden Ring. You have so much more lore, world building, gameplay styles. You can do anything you fucking want in that game. Whereas, I'll also say this. They tried to do very different things. One is a story game. It's a very linear game. The other is not. And I respect that. They're both very good games. However, people who think God of War Ragnarok should win are stupid. Anyway.
I absolutely agree with that. I think the amount of game per game that you get, Elden Ring wins.
Dude, I had
100
100 hours in Elden Ring before I beat it for the first time.
Kind of slow, don't you think?
I mean, it's kind of slow, but I was doing fucking everything, bro. Well, some of us can
slowly,
just...
apparently.
Yeah, I don't know. Some of us can beat the whole game in 99 hours, but like...
I did mine in only 70 hours.
I mean, that's my point, though. Because, like, granted, there's a lot in God of War Ragnarok. And this is not to say that God of Ragnarok, yeah. God of War doesn't have, like, lore and, like, fill to it.
Yeah.
It's just that Elden Ring has so much more.
Yeah. Wes, did you ever play Elden Ring?
No.
Are you ever going to play Elden Ring?
Maybe.
When will you play Elden Ring? I'm so glad that you knew what I was doing.
Dude, I think about that interview daily.
So what we're talking
When
about
will you
is,
wear wigs?
it is a classic video. It's like 9 years old. Go look it up. It's Elijah Wood's "When Will You Wear Wigs" interview. It's like a 2-minute clip of it, but it's like a 7-minute interview. Go watch that.
So
it is
funny.
so funny.
I think about it. I have. Oh my! I watched it 2 days ago.
Dude, I watch it so often. I'll say, I mean, I don't remember the other guy's name. Elijah Woods is the reason why that video is so funny.
It's just a reaction to it.
Yeah.
So something I didn't realize until recently is that Elijah Wood couldn't see Mary's actor.
Yeah.
I don't know
that was
what his name is.
Yeah, I don't know.
But that was like a prank that they were pulling on him.
Yeah, that was like the earliest technology of Zoom calls. It was like a satellite interview, where I think Elijah Wood was in New York, and whatever. I wish I knew the other guy's name because now we've said it so many times.
Dude,
He should. I think he was in New Zealand
it's gonna bother me
or
if I
EU maybe.
uh
It's gonna bother me whenever I hear it though because I know his name.
why Dominic Monaghan.
Ah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean he was also in Lost. We're some Lost enjoyers.
Dude, shout out to Lost. That was a show.
That certainly was a show that I watched.
I did like it.
I did like it too.
I don't remember it because I watched everything I watched of it. I was stoned as fuck.
That's valid. You kind of have to be. I feel like it's very convoluted.
I was like, I'm the fucking smoke man.
But all that to say, go watch that fucking interview.
Yeah,
It's
go watch
best thing
that
that's ever been
interview.
invented.
Really, really funny.
It was invented by a writer, in fact.
But
It's a
anyway,
fabrication.
when are you thinking about playing Elden Ring?
I don't know. I don't have any time to do anything anymore. So I don't know.
True.
I have like literally, I get on my computer maybe 2 days out of the week, and one of them we meet for. Like you guys were
right.
there the last time I was on my computer. And when I am on, I'm playing modded Fallout 4. So,
Hey, yo, you valid for that one, Chief.
Yeah, fair enough.
yeah, that's my game of the year. Oh, the game is so much fun. Dude, there's like a team of people who are literally taking like the story, like every quest and like some of the DLC from Fallout New Vegas and making a mod. They're like reskinning all the weapons, retexturing everything, and they're making a mod for Fallout 4 that will replace everything in Fallout 4 with this new refurbished content of Fallout New Vegas.
Dude, modders are insane.
Wild.
Like,
Dude,
there's
and I've
any-
seen like clips from it because I was like, that's interesting. I've played both games and it looks so fucking good. Like, I was like, damn, I'm gonna have to clear some hard drive space for this because this shit looks fucking great.
modders are like they are the most impressive game developers because
Literally.
Yeah.
it's just all passion projects and they get like nothing for it.
That's why
Oh, right.
Fallout 4 I think is like I like it more than Skyrim. Like
Just because the mods are more.
well, like Skyrim has great mods too, but like it's just Bethesda games in general. Bethesda makes a great sandbox engine for modders to have a fucking field day with.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's so fucking good. But I don't know if I'll
So-
ever play Elden Ring. I don't know if I'll. The thing is, like, I do enjoy. Like, I see where all these folks are coming from because if the story is good enough in God of War, then I can see how it can be a contender. But as far as like gameplay and mechanics go, I think that you get a lot more mileage out of an open world game like Elden Ring. Like
Right.
you will always get more mileage out of it because there's just so much more to do. Like, yeah, you can polish something and make it be like super shiny and awesome, but like, you know, the value of that is fixed in my opinion. Like you're only gonna, you know, you can play it through one time and then it'll never have the same emotional impact for you ever again. So
Yeah.
but there's a different type of emotional impact playing an open world game where you do things in a different order, maybe get some different outcomes, stuff like that. So I don't know. But
I mean, even just strictly speaking of endings, there's like what 5 different endings in Elden Ring.
7, 6.
There's
6 or
a
7?
bunch, regardless.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
pretty
No, I
cool.
mean, there's so much content to do, and now at this point, I've spent, I don't know, a lot of hours playing Elden Ring, and I'm not even close. Like, I think I've done 4 endings, but even if I got all the endings, like the amount of
yeah, you're still not done.
random side quests
Yeah.
that there are, there's probably areas I still haven't explored yet, which is crazy to think about.
Well, I mean, even
Yeah,
in games like
101 hours.
Bloodborne, there's still a ton of like side quests that I haven't done. And as far
Mhm.
as like depth and just scale, Bloodborne's like 10 times smaller than Elden Ring.
Oh yeah,
Wait, okay.
Yeah.
I've put like almost no time into New Game Plus and I have 144 hours in Elden Ring. Because I was just
that's
doing a
wild.
bunch of shit in like
Yeah,
the base game. And
yeah. I'm gonna start playing it again.
I've got it as well. And like I love God of War, and this game is definitely just great, and I'm glad I spent money on it. But it's like I don't see myself in any way, shape, or form putting 144 hours into it.
Yeah, it's like the replay
Yeah.
value just isn't there. Like
Yeah.
Right.
it's like, you know, you can have like a favorite story,
Mhm.
but you know what happens. Like it's the linear nature of it is something that is less attractive to me than here you go,
Although
wander.
I'll say, to me, replayability is not, that would not be something I would make a decision of game of the year on, actually, because like I love Elden Ring. Elden Ring is fantastic. It has so much replayability. It's beautiful. It's all this stuff. But I still think that I probably enjoyed Outer Wilds more, and has zero replayability. But it's just, to me, it's a
That's not
perfect game. It's pretty true. I mean, once you know how to play it.
But yeah, but there you can get different endings in Outer Wilds too. Like you can literally destroy the fabric of space-time. Like
Yeah.
like
It's just one of
that dude, that fucking video game, that is the coolest shit I've ever seen any video game
It is
do.
sick.
Like for an ending, if literally I'm gonna replay Outer Wilds now actually, because just to go speed run doing that.
Fallout out the door.
No,
this
Fallout
to
will
me-
stay on the.
This is the most tragic thing about video games. With stuff like Outer Wilds, there is such an enormous population of people that will never experience it.
I mean,
You
the
know what I
same thing
mean?
can be said about any form
Music.
of media, though.
Yeah, music.
Yes,
TV.
but I think music and movies and TVs, a lot of that, like anybody can watch a movie, anybody can watch TV, anybody can listen to music. Not anybody can just play any game without putting in some serious effort. So it's just, there's a lot of those experiences. Like, I really wanted my my parents to like experience Outer Wilds, but the 3D aspect of it and the movement and stuff, like my mom, she would literally get motion sick. She couldn't even watch it. And my dad, like he had a hard time with the controls, so he couldn't play it. And it's like, he plays video games, but that is a beautiful experience that he'll just never get to have. And this really bums me out.
I see your point, but I do think that it can also be applied to music and television. Like certain genres of music are, I would not say are casually listenable. Like, and especially because, everybody has some type of preference anyway. So you can, it's like food too. Like, you can go try another like culture of food, but you can be like, I don't like onions or whatever. And then you'll never experience like grape flavor or whatever. It's the same thing.
Right.
But I definitely see what you're saying. It is more effort, like 100%, because you have to, you can't just do it passively. You have to actively engage.
Well, it's the same as like learning a language or learning like an instrument or something like that. Like you have to put in significant effort.
Je m'appelle Cameron.
It's crazy.
Je parle français.
Estoy garçon.
Estoy garçon. Yeah.
Yeah, but I see your point.
Yeah. That's why
We'll see.
Currently, I'm getting my dad to play Elden Ring.
Yeah, I saw him playing it the other day. I was like, yeah. And Colin's been playing it as well.
Yeah, Cameron's dad is fucking great because like he'll literally like whenever we're at his house, they kind of leave us just to like do our own thing, and then like he'll like walk towards the bathroom where their bedroom's kind of close to, and you'll just see him like last time I saw him, like he just had like a jewel hanging out of his mouth and he had a PlayStation controller in his hand and he was just sitting with his feet up vibing.
Yeah, he was like Ghost of Tsushima last.
Yeah, it was like, yeah, come check this shit out. And I was like,
dude. Well, remember, like I was in there because that was during my bout of the hiccups, and he had like dragged me in there to give me some medicine or something like that. And he's like, look at this, and I ended up just standing there watching him play Ghost of Tsushima for like 15 minutes, and then everyone else came and like piled in. We were all just like, it was a good time.
Yeah,
your dad should be a streamer, dude. He would actually be a
he would
go to
kill it.
streamer.
That I think would be really interesting.
He would be like XQC unhinged. But it's like a different brand. It's more grounded unhinged.
Yeah.
More
Wes, do you remember
refined.
when we were like real young? So that like the kind of young where like being up late was like kind of a bad thing,
Yeah.
right? And we got up like in the middle of the night to go downstairs to get pizza rolls. And we immediately ran into my dad in the hallway. He was like, "What are y'all getting up to?"
You know that picture of Spider-Man pointing at Spider-Man?
Yeah.
It's literally like that.
Oh man, I think about that.
What did he say to us? Because it was just, he was like, "What are y'all doing?" We were like, "We're getting some food," and he was like, "Okay."
Yeah, I think he was like, he said make me some, didn't he?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was like make some extra or something.
And
like
I thought he was like, I think he said like, be quiet, like,
Yeah.
don't get caught.
Dude,
Right.
your house is the city that never sleeps. It's
Yeah.
it's crazy. At any given
I'll
moment,
tell
at least one of your family will be awake.
Dude, lately it's been the city that sometimes sleeps. Because, like, I've been going to bed, like, 10 p.m.
Yeah,
my
dude.
parents probably kick it closer to 11.
I feel that shit.
So, yeah, I mean, a lot of it, sometimes we will all be asleep before a.m. comes, which is crazy.
Damn. Well, and actually, with Carter not in the house anymore, he's the actual gremlin nowadays.
When he's
Yeah.
in the house,
Yeah.
guaranteed he'll be
Dude.
up, and often will keep me up as well.
Carter's fucking like crazy. I swear to God, that kid photosynthesizes as well. Like consuming food like a human, dude. It just doesn't make sense. But okay, so I recently had like an upper respiratory infection and I got prescribed steroids for my fatigue.
Yep.
I, honest to God, want to get more. Literally, I have never felt so full of life and
Uh-huh.
energy in my whole entire life than I have when I'm on steroids.
It was.
And I don't care what you can say to me. Legalize trenbolone acetate. It's fucking awesome. I'm about to run out, and you
Don't.
can't. I want so fucking bad, dude.
Dude,
They're
maybe hit up
so
the black market Vyvanse.
Dude, fuck no. Okay, ADHD medication is meth light. Fuck that. Fuck pharmaceutical companies for selling that shit to kids because that shit's fucked up my brain chemistry.
I think
fuck
you're just
you.
fucked up.
Yeah, to the point where he now craves steroids.
I don't crave them. I'm not like
I don't know.
tweaking out.
I mean, you're doing it right now.
I can never like anything.
You'd say that about steroids.
It's fucking steroids.
You guys never let me shoot up heroin.
That is not even close. Y'all are so fucking mean.
And
My
also,
life, out of
fuck
all
you
of
for
your
liking it.
lives, is the shittiest. And it is a contest. And fuck you. Let me have the one thing. I'm
All
not
right,
a
all right.
materialistic person.
Keep your steroid addiction. It's all yours.
It's not a fucking addiction. I didn't take any today.
I need more.
Yeah.
God damn. You paint me out to be this fucking drug addict.
You just said, I like steroids. I need more.
I said I want more because they
sorry.
actually make me feel happy and full
You're
of
not
life.
selling your case right
It's a
now.
fair thing to say. No, it's a fair thing to say.
No.
Like
they
I'm
were,
gonna
they were coolio.
I'm gonna take the rest of what I have because they're just little pills, and then I'm never probably gonna get to do them again until I get another
Never
biotic-
probably until-
bacterial infection, and I'll need
Trying to
them
just
again
huff and shit.
to help me get better.
Well, here's hoping that either you never have an upper respiratory thing again, or if you do, you get steroids.
Fingers fucking crossed, dude. I'm telling you, try it. Fucking try it and tell me how you feel. And if you tell me, it wasn't for me, I'll secede my point.
I'm sure it's probably great.
It's
You know what
fucking
else feels
awesome.
great? Fucking ecstasy.
Yeah, but like that's the type of shit that if you do it too often in like one night, it actually
Which
will.
steroids aren't.
Yeah, steroids will make you get big muscles and little balls. That's a win-win for me.
Thank you, MD Wes.
Yeah.
Sorry, Wes MD. I'm
Yeah.
happy chilling with my Go-Go Zozo.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Zoloft.
Little baby
Oh.
man can't produce his own dopamine or whatever. Where is serotonin?
I don't know. I can't find it.
All that motherfucker's almond oat milk cartons.
Oh, almond oat milk.
Yeah. Dude,
He's
it's
speaking
like that,
Starbucks right now.
that fucking
Someone
clip.
stop him.
That fucking clip of that guy.
guy.
Of that fucking guy where he's like, do you know where almond milk comes from? And the guy's like, where? And he goes, almond cows, stupid. Like that shit. Oh my God.
Dude, oat milk slaps though. Like straight up.
Oh, milk from
I don't
not
know
a cow.
anything about oat milk, to be honest.
It's definitely the best like alternative milk. I've been
Really?
kind of looking into yeah, for sure. Almond milk is booty most of the time.
Why?
And soy milk is dog. It just tastes like ass, and also separates really bad. So like the cartons that we had at Starbucks, if you don't
Fake 'em?
mix it, it would look like pre-cum that you're pouring out. It looks terrible.
I recently went to, it was like a coffee shop / bakery type place,
Oh shit.
and they made like coffee like Starbucks would, but like, you know, their own fresh stuff.
Yeah.
And so I went. I was like, I
That's
was
a
feeling
coffee
kinda
shop
spicy.
would do.
Yeah, I don't know. So I
Let 'em
went
have
up. I
this.
was like, let me get a latte, not a mocha, which is
Mhm.
cool. Let me
So
get
proud
it
of you.
cold. I got it on ice. And I did. I think I hazelnut. I think I did a hazelnut.
That's a good
It was
one.
great. It was fantastic. I
Dude.
enjoyed my coffee on ice,
Yeah.
My
This
cold coffee.
is huge.
It was very good.
Dude, just a flavored iced latte. It hits. It's just so good.
Yeah. No, it slapped. I thought about, because I know that you had told me about oat milk before being particularly good.
Mhm.
I thought about being like, do the oat milk instead of the cow milk. But it's like I wasn't 100% sure if it was oat or almond, so I didn't. But next time I'll get the oat milk.
Bro, it doesn't hurt to try. In Alabama, I went to this coffee shop and they had like a lavender latte.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, that shit slapped. It's hella good.
I feel like that would be really good.
Yeah.
I had to think for a moment about like lavender flavored stuff.
Mhm.
Dude.
It was like lavender vanilla, I think.
Ooh. That's literally what my deodorant smells like.
I know.
And I like, there's like
Did I?
I accidentally stole your deodorant once.
Did you really?
Because the time before last that you were here, you just left it, and I was like,
oh,
oh.
yeah. I was wondering. I was missing one of my flavors of deodorant. I was like, where did that shit go? Whatever. I just wanted to store
I
in
still
parts.
have it under my sink. and
Is
I
it,
just- native?
Yes,
Yeah.
that shit's good. Get
Yeah,
native
I mean,
deodorant.
Native's a good brand.
Yeah.
I do need a new deodorant. I've just been using like
Yeah, you do,
the
baby.
same like Gillette Cool Wave or whatever.
Yeah.
Get
Dude,
off
forever.
that shit. Fuck
I'm
that.
it's not the best, but I do like it. It's the Old Spice. I think it's called Wilderness. It's like whatever
Yes.
the lavender one is.
Yes,
I like that one.
That was my go-to for a long time as well.
It's a
Literally,
schmeller.
go to the deodorant, ignore like everything, and just go based off smell alone,
Mhm.
and you will be and get
Yeah.
like a couple. I get like 3 at a time, and I rotate them.
Yeah.
Because I think it's kind of stupid. Like it's like, you know, cologne or perfume.
Yeah.
Why would you smell different? You can smell good and smell different. Like there was this motherfucker at Walmart I worked with, and literally he always wore the same cologne every day, and it was like I'd smelled great. I'm not like best smelling motherfucker on the block, hands down. But at the same time, shake it up. I don't know. Some people like
Smell
routine.
different, if
This-
you will.
Yeah.
I couldn't get past smell different.
Dude, it's
like
so funny. Just
the
look at someone and go,
perfect-
Okay,
smell different.
dude.
Dude, you said that with the
You-
Mike Ehrman trout eyes.
What's fucked is that I've actually had to sit down in the past with an employee of mine, and I had to have a conversation that went along the lines of, "Hey, man, I don't mean to sound like a dick, but you fucking stink. And you need to buy deodorant, and you need to wash your clothes, and you need to shower. And whenever you're talking to people, stop scratching your dick through your itchy, nasty drawers, because it's really turning everybody you work with off, and it's really
I
like
like to
a
be turned
problem."
on at work.
Like, and I was
We
like,
prefer people to be turned on at work.
Yeah.
and I was like, I don't like. It was such a hard conversation to have.
How old was this person?
My age,
And at the time,
I was
you were
like-
in 18, 19?
no,
Walmart.
Like,
no,
oh,
no,
2
not
days ago.
Walmart. This was like
you
early.
said Walmart.
No,
This is a
movie
different.
theater for sure, right?
Yeah.
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 Bro, on God, you said Walmart. I might be crazy.
I did say Walmart. This is a different place of employment where I had to have that conversation.
Dude,
Yep.
It was
Wes
the
did
movie
this to
theater.
me in the last episode.
No,
I believe you.
my
That
brain,
sucks.
my synapses fire differently than everybody else's here, and they make fun
They
of me
don't
for it.
fire at
Yeah,
other
you're-
neurons. They just fire
you're
into
s-
the other synapses.
They jump like knights in chess, dude.
Yeah, my brain operates like jump cuts. Like,
That's funny.
Speaking of my brain, I'm really tired of trying to take a nap, and I never fall all the way asleep. But my brain, like, it's literally like sleep paralysis. Like today, I was like feeling just fucking exhausted, and I was like laying in my bed, and I was like, I'm gonna get a little bit of like a 30-minute shut eye, catch up a little bit, wake up, and so like feeling better. That was not the case. I was like asleep, touching my face, and I felt like a corpse. And I just kept doing this to myself in my sleep. And it started to make me physically uncomfortable because I was like, why can't I feel my face?
Are you sure Piper wasn't just punching you?
No, I'm certain.
Sleep well.
Smell different.
I wish she would.
So, sleep well or smell different or punch you.
Yes.
Shout out.
It's the D option.
Smell different.
Yeah, smell different. I feel like that's a like firm but respectful way to tell somebody they stink.
I don't think it is at all.
I don't think so. I think that's just about as rude.
Okay, let's try it.
Albeit more threatening. What do you mean? Let's try it.
Hold on.
Hey, Wes.
You stink. Smell different.
No, okay, none of these. No, you just
Okay,
say,
how would you do it? I'm sorry to inform you, but the molecules radiating from into my olfactory from your armpits are positively putrid. Stank ass hoe. Like, what the fuck? How do you have that conversation? How do you tell somebody
it's a tough conversation.
How do you tell somebody they stink?
You just have to be like, look, we've had some people say that
I bought this for you.
Odor.
It's just deodorant.
I'm bored. Let's go brush our teeth.
Oh, that's funny.
Hey, I brought my deodorant today. You want to try? Put that where the sun don't shine.
Nah, you know what? You're right. Smell different. That's a good way to say it.
I've just had a thought. This is like the least tangential. Actually, it's the most tangential. The state of Texas is stupid. And let me tell you why. For the last minutes, have been trying to get a driver's license in Texas. Dude, okay, so first of all, you have to toil to like get your shit transferred to Texas. So something that is not the case with every other state is you have to get an annual vehicle like inspection. Make sure that you're not like emitting too many fumes and shit.
And to make sure you're not driving literally a oopty bucket of shit. Like if you have any lights on your dashboard, you will fail the inspection.
So yes. Anyway, so there's that.
All right.
So you have to do that. You have to jump through a million hoops to get a registration in the first place. They have this very, very specific list of things in an order in which you have to do things.
Stupid.
Or else you will get none of it. Literally. If you walk into a DMV and say, I want a driver's license, they'll go, no.
It's not the DMV. It's the Department of Public Safety. Which is fucking crazy, given how everybody in Texas drives. Because, like, coming from Memphis, everybody drives fast, and, like, there's actually road etiquette. Like, I miss it, genuinely. In Texas, people don't give a fuck. They're like, I'm the sheriff here. And they fucking whip and crash all over the fucking place. Anyway, the Department of Public Safety. Yeah, so keep going about this bullshit.
So
because
you
I
have
have not...
So you have to own a car first. Then you have to get it inspected. Then you can get your registration. And only then can you go to a different place to get your license plate. And then, and only then, can you go to try and get a driver's license. Now, I'm at that stage right now because I got my license plate and I was like, I'm fucking done. Did not know I've been driving illegally for like a year. Anyway, so apparently when you move into Texas, you have like 90 days to get a driver's license or else you're driving illegally. Sucks. Anyway.
And you know who tells you that? Absolutely nobody.
No one. I was like looking it up. I was like, how do I get a driver? Because I wanted to look up how to vote, which I didn't vote because I'm stupid and didn't think of this 16 months in ahead. Anyway, but I was like, how'd you get driver's license? Oh, 90 days? well, that sucks. Anyway, so I went and I was like, I have like a million documents saying I am who I am. And like they were like, yo, you should probably bring like your birth certificate or a passport. I'm like, have neither of those with me. Let's run it and see.
Why the
I have, like, my
fuck wouldn't the identification card that the government issued to me in another state be enough?
Right. Like I'm bringing my social security card, my driver's license from another state, and like 16 different documents like saying that I live at this address.
Yeah, and you got to bring
shit.
like bills and shit to prove
Yeah.
that you've lived here.
And so I go up to this lady, or first, okay, I go into the Department of Public Safety because on the website it says walk-in appointments are allowed, but like appointments are more ideal, but they have a certain allotment of walk-in appointments per day. So I was like, the closest appointment I could schedule was in April. So I was like, not doing that.
When I would try to do this shit, it was like height of the pandemic. And literally the earliest appointment I could get, I tried to do it in like November. And no joke, it was like next December, like that I could get a fucking appointment. And I was
Love it
like,
here.
fuck that. I'm just going to lie to the cop. Like, I have done that 100% of the time, and I've gotten away with it every time.
So anyway, I go in and I'm just like, all right, I walk in, whatever. See, I might get turned away because they might not have any more walk-in appointments, whatever. I'll just see how it goes. And I go in and they're like, do you have an appointment? And I was like, no. And she was like, you need one. And I was like, what? And she was like, so what we do here, you walk in, you sign up for the chance to get an appointment sometime soon. And I'm like, okay. And she's like, yeah, we don't do walk-in appointments. I was like, okay. So I signed the sheet of paper and I get a text almost immediately saying, come in 2 weeks. Of like, okay. So this was like last week. So, or that was a few weeks ago. So last week I had my appointment and I went and I had everything I could possibly have under the sun except my birth certificate or passport. And I'm like, hi, I need a driver's license. And she was like, do you have your birth certificate? And I said, no. She was like, come back with it, essentially.
Damn.
And I was like, that's tough. So I have another appointment scheduled in like 2 more weeks from now. But now I have my birth certificate because I immediately went to my mom and I was like, I had her mail that to me in a letter. That's so scuffed and risky.
Didn't you have it with you?
No, I had my social security card, but I don't know why it didn't occur to me to take my birth certificate. That's just a document that I never need.
Right.
So I never think about it because it's always like social security cards. Like that's the big one. Like that's what you need.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like when
I've
I was.
never been asked to present my birth certificate to someone.
Yeah.
But that's still on me. I should have thought to bring it with me, whatever.
Yeah.
Which it got here today, and I was like, she mailed it on Friday, and I was worrying because I mean, birth certificate's gone.
Yeah.
Who knows who has it?
Literally. Yeah, because like when I was growing up, my parents were like, this is your social security card. Don't keep it in your wallet. Like literally treat this thing like it's worth $1 million in gold. Like don't ever show it to anybody unless you absolutely have to like get a job or anything like that. And I was told that literally you just bring your old license to the Department of Public Safety and you slide it on the counter to them and be like, I would like one of these Texas edition, please. And they would take it, take a new photo and just transfer your information or update it if you needed to, because I don't look like my driver's license photo anymore. And then they would be like, here's your paper copy and you'll get your new one in the mail.
Because that's how every other state in the world does it.
Not in Texas.
That's how fucking Pakistan does it. But like, bro, it just, dude, talking to people from here, they're like, you don't have to do any of this. I'm like, no, like, like Tennessee,
Dude.
they don't give a shit. You're just like,
It's
hey,
crazy.
I need that. And they're like, I got you.
No,
Bro.
it's because Texas like really gets off on like wanting to be its own independent thing. Like, it's so fucking stupid.
Everything's bigger and better and dumber in Texas.
Yeah, don't get me started on the fucking toll road. Dude, literally the toll. Have you seen like, the toll
Sounds like you
prices
got started
around
on the
here?
toll road.
Literally, there's a toll road by my apartment. I'm not even fucking kidding. It's no joke, like 100 yards long,
Yeah.
and you have to
Dude,
pay
there is one,
$1.15 to
though.
drive on it.
There is that one that leads to your place that like you have to take or else it's like
Oh,
30
yeah.
extra minutes.
The Sam Rayburn Tollway.
We know where you live now.
Dude, literally,
I'm not censoring.
there's parts on that fucking tollway, and I'm not kidding you. It's $4 like per axle to drive.
Yeah.
What is that? Why?
Yeah. No,
Because it's a privatized thing, and then because the private company built the road, they can charge your ass to drive on it. So get fucked. And I was just thinking, I was doing the math. Like, let's say it's technically not $4, it's $3.90, right? But okay,
Sure.
So let's say 1,000 cars go over it per hour, right? $4.90, fuck, not 49. So $49,000, right? Times, I don't know, 12, just for like, you know, average. That's a day. A fucking day. The road has paid for itself. I'm positive. The shit's been built for years, and so many people drive on it a day. Like, what the fuck? Why the fuck do we still have to pay? I get like an express lane. An express lane that you pay for makes a lot of sense. Like,
It's just a way to impose a tax without calling it a tax.
yeah, fuck
That's
that
all it is.
shit.
It's just
and
revenue.
it's bullshit because we can't throw it in the Gulf of Mexico. Why not? We could throw the T in the harbor, but we can't throw the fucking toll road in there.
Watch me.
Every time that little picture taker takes a picture of me, I'm fuck you. I will hang out of the back of the car to flip off the toll road camera.
Continue,
I live in
Cameron.
Mississippi. It is the state of leisure and ease.
Yeah,
When I wanted to update my driver's license, there's a website. You go and you just type in your information, and then they just mail you one. I didn't have to go anywhere. I didn't have to do anything. Literally, it was like I basically just gave them like my name, my social, and then probably like the number of my previous driver's license or something, and then they sent me a new one. It actually
Damn.
took me like 5 minutes. It was awesome.
that's fucked.
That is fucked.
It's just fucked because you're jealous.
No,
It's fucked
yes,
is
that
all
is
of
true.
Texas.
I mean, you're not wrong, but are you not going to deny the fact that I have to prove who I am 4 different ways? Bend over, get that, let them.
They want a
taste
video of me coming out of my mom
Yeah, they,
with a stamp on me. This is Glenn.
So you know what? I'm gonna. I want to go fuck with the DPS now, and I want to buy like birth certificates of dead people, and I'll like rock up to the DPS and be like, "Oh, you have your birth certificate?" And I'll just give them all of them,
Yeah, I think they might know all of it.
and then I'll be like, "I'm not. I don't remember. Can you tell me who I am?"
Dude, you trying to get arrested with
You're right,
It'd be fun.
my collection of birth certificates?
bro. Yell at your wall again.
I did that bit earlier, and I don't know if you guys noticed.
Oh, I didn't see
I
it.
actually didn't see it either. What?
Well, I'll get to see it later.
Yeah,
Oh man, dude, I love that bit.
I
love that bit
toned
so
it
much.
down a little bit. I didn't like yell at it, but you'll see what I
Mhm.
did.
Yeah, right.
Audio listeners, fuck you. I guess get YouTube. We all know you're
Get
listening.
YouTube.
We all know you're like listening to this shit while you're doing your fucking chores anyway. So
Get YouTube
You know-
Premium
and smell
and then
different.
wash. Yeah, you stink.
Get washed. I think
Get rinsed.
this is
loser.
actually a great time to end. I know we're a little bit before the 90, but
I mean,
this feels natural.
we've gone like 150, 145 on like every other episode.
yeah, I mean it's been pretty random.
Yeah.
So
It
yeah.
doesn't matter either. It's not like we have a contract where we have to make. You know,
I'm cool with that though. I'm kind of coming down as well.
I'm hungry.
This is where you cut.
So a couple things I'll say at the end. First of all, thank you all for watching. That's
Or
cool.
listening.
Pretty cool.
Or listening. Yeah, well, thank you more for watching. Thank you a little bit for listening.
If you watch on YouTube, we do like you more than our audio listeners.
If you watch on or listen on Spotify, though, turns out a really great way to support the podcast is to download it. Downloading the podcast is awesome. So if you download the podcast, big thanks.
Yeah. Also, what I want you to do is I want you to put it on repeat and just let it play while you sleep, and just
Yes.
let it run.
Mhm,
Yeah, just
mhm.
run that through, because if we can get, a lot of views. That would be cool.
Yeah. We get paid pennies on the penny of the dollar per stream.
Dude.
So
It would be such a fractional amount if we were getting paid for this.
yeah.
This
Can't wait to get a check
my entire
from
time on
Spotify for $3.12, and then we split it 3 ways.
YouTube. Dude, my entire time on YouTube, I made 10 cents.
That they actually paid it out?
No.
Oh no.
I was about to say, you don't even have to file that on your taxes. It's so little money.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone went, here, stranger, and flicked a dime at me.
Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, so thank y'all for watching. This has been Mountains Don't Like Baseball, episode 7.
Oh, yeah.
On the books.
Oh, yeah.
Peace.
Oh, yeah.